John Garfield, the man of the screen, shaped the dreams of many into stories that touched hearts. His journey in film brought to life characters that spoke to the struggles and joys of everyday people. With each role, he crafted a window into souls, earning him a place among memorable figures in cinema. His work not only entertained, but also shed light on the human condition, making him a beloved actor of his time. John Garfield was an actor known for his strong, tough characters and for being one of the first actors to bring a natural style to film acting. He appeared in many successful films during the 1930s and 1940s. His performances were powerful, and he became a favorite among audiences for his portrayals of determined individuals. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Has John Garfield ever inspired you in your life? Maybe his determination on screen encouraged you in a tough time, or his passion for acting sparked your own interest in the arts. And which of his movies or roles is your favorite? Is there one that you watch over and over because it holds a special place in your heart? We're also curious about your most memorable experience related to John Garfield. It could be the first time you saw one of his movies, or maybe you have a family story connected to his work. Your stories and memories are important to us, so please share them in the comments below. Stay tuned because we have many interesting facts about John Garfield coming up in this video. Some will make you laugh, some might shock you, and others could even bring a tear to your eye. Keep watching to find out more about this unforgettable star of the silver screen. John Garfield grew up in a poor neighborhood in New York City. His family struggled to make ends meet, which shaped his view of the world. He found an escape in acting, joining a drama group at a local community center. Here, he met mentors who recognized his talent and encouraged him to pursue acting. They guided him, offering advice and teaching him the basics of the craft. This early support played a crucial role in his decision to become an actor and helped him on his path to success in Hollywood. John Garfield was a significant figure in Hollywood during the 1930s and 1940s. He brought a new style of acting that was more natural and less theatrical compared to the norm of that time. His performances often portrayed strong, tough characters who were also sensitive and vulnerable. This approach influenced many actors who came after him, leading to a shift towards more realistic acting in Hollywood films. Garfield also co-founded the Group Theater, which was known for its socially conscious plays and introduced method acting to American audiences. His work helped pave the way for future generations of actors and changed the way characters were presented on screen. Despite his career being cut short, his influence remains evident in the film industry today. John Garfield, the actor, found his passion for acting during his youth. Growing up in a tough neighborhood, he often found solace in movies. One day, after watching a play at a local community center, he was struck by the power of performance. He realized that acting could be a way to express himself and escape the hardships of his daily life. This experience sparked his interest in acting, leading him to pursue it with determination. He joined a drama group and started to learn the craft, which set him on the path to becoming a celebrated actor. His early struggles and the inspiration he found in storytelling shaped his approach to acting and his career. John Garfield's life and career were marked by notable highs and lows. Recognized for his acting, Turner Classic Movies honored him as Star of the Month in February 2021. His personal life, however, was turbulent. Shortly before his passing, he separated from his wife and revised his previous statements about communist ties. His death made him the fourth actor to pass away under the shadow of the House Un-American Activities Committee's investigations. At Warner Brothers, he faced challenges too, with the studio suspending him 11 times over 9 years. Despite these setbacks, his work remains appreciated by fans and critics alike. John Garfield grew up in poverty, which made his early life and career very challenging. He started working at a young age to support his family. When he decided to become an actor, many doubted him because he came from a poor background and did not fit the typical Hollywood star image. Despite this, he worked hard and found ways to improve his acting skills. He took roles in theater, which helped him gain experience and show his talent to a wider audience. His determination paid off, and he eventually became a successful actor, known for his strong performances and ability to connect with the audience. Garfield's story shows that with hard work and persistence, one can overcome difficult beginnings and achieve success. John Garfield showed his dedication to acting when he helped young Robert Blake with a difficult scene in Humoresque. He took the time to direct the scene himself and shared some wisdom about life and acting. Later, on television, Garfield joked about the early days of TV and how the big cameras were intimidating. His role as Dave Goldman in Gentleman's Agreement was important to him. He believed in the message of the film and was eager to be part of telling that story. John Garfield's career had several significant moments. His role in the 1938 play Four Daughters brought him to the spotlight and earned him an Academy Award nomination, which was rare for a debut performance. This success led to a contract with Warner Brothers, where he starred in They Made Me a Criminal and Dust Be My Destiny. His portrayal of complex characters that often fought against injustice resonated with audiences during the 1930s and 1940s. His peers and critics praised his ability to bring depth and authenticity to his roles. Garfield's work in The Postman Always Rings Twice is still celebrated for its influence on film noir. His commitment to his craft and ability to connect with viewers made him a respected figure in the film industry. John Garfield's portrayal of Nick Roby in He Ran All the Way marked his final appearance on the big screen. His character, a desperate man trying to escape his past, was a powerful performance that stayed with viewers. In Saturday's Children, Garfield took on the role of Rims Rawson, a young inventor full of hope and ambition. The casting for the film saw a change when Anne Shirley was chosen for the role of Bobby over Priscilla Lane, despite Garfield's previous successful films with Lane. Lastly, Garfield was set to play Termaloyan on the Waterfront, a role that would have showcased his talent in a story of corruption and redemption. Unfortunately, his untimely death meant he never got to bring Termaloy to life. John Garfield was known for his natural acting style that reflected the struggles of everyday people. He often played roles that were grounded in reality, which resonated with audiences during the difficult times of the 1930s and 1940s. His approach to acting was to become the character, living and breathing their experiences. This method allowed him to portray a range of emotions authentically, making his characters relatable and believable. Garfield's own life experiences, including his upbringing in a poor neighborhood and his early career in theater, influenced his performances. He brought a sense of truth and intensity to his roles, which was a departure from the more theatrical style of acting common at the time. His work showed that he understood the characters' lives deeply, which helped him connect with viewers who saw parts of their own lives reflected on the screen. John Garfield took on the role of Dave Goldman in Gentleman's Agreement with the assurance from producer Daryl F. Zanuck that the film would stay true to Moss Hart's original script. Even with his brief appearance, Garfield's pay was equal to that of a leading actor. In The Postman Always Rings Twice, he played Frank Chambers and developed a close bond with co-star Lana Turner. Their friendship grew during filming, leading to a single romantic encounter, but they soon realized their connection was stronger on screen than off. They continued their friendship without further romantic involvement. Later, actor Bruce Ornstein portrayed Garfield in the 1983 film Will There Really Be a Morning, capturing a piece of his legacy on screen. John Garfield was a significant figure in the acting world. He brought a new style of realism to his roles, which was different from the theatrical performances common in the early 20th century. His method of acting showed more natural and emotional characters, which influenced other actors to adopt a similar approach. Experts say his work opened doors for more realistic storytelling in films, making characters more relatable. Actors who followed admired his ability to bring depth and honesty to his roles, which helped shape the future of acting techniques. Garfield's performances remain a reference point for actors looking to bring truth to their portrayals on screen. John Garfield, admired by Alain Delon, shared his birthday with a significant historical event, the inauguration of President Woodrow Wilson. Born on March 4, 1913, Garfield grew up to play meaningful roles in cinema. His portrayal of Dave Goldman in Gentleman's Agreement stands out as a powerful performance in a film that tackles the tough subject of anti-Semitism. As the only Jewish actor among the main cast, Garfield brought authenticity and depth to his character, contributing to the film's critical success and lasting importance. John Garfield, known for his acting, also led a life rich with personal interests and values that shaped his career. He was deeply committed to social issues and often supported causes that aimed to improve society. His belief in fairness and opportunity for all led him to participate in various community programs and charity events. Garfield's passion for acting was matched by his dedication to helping those in need, reflecting his belief that one's off-screen actions were as important as their on-screen performances. His generosity and involvement in philanthropy left a lasting impression on those around him and influenced the roles he chose, bringing authenticity and depth to his characters. John Garfield brought to life the character of Frank Chambers in The Postman Always Rings Twice, a role he reprised for a radio adaptation alongside Lana Turner. His partnership with Claude Rains was notable, sharing the screen in 6 films, including Saturday's Children, where he played Rims Rawson. Garfield's life came to an unexpected end in New York, in the home of actress Iris Whitney, following a meal they shared at Luchow's restaurant. John Garfield was a talented actor who left a strong impression on the film industry with his performances. He was known for playing roles that were real and touching. His work showed that he understood people's feelings and struggles. For those starting in acting, he would advise learning from every role and always looking for ways to grow. He believed in hard work and being true to oneself. Looking ahead, he would have wanted to take on roles that challenge him and tell important stories. His guidance for new actors would be to stay dedicated, be patient, and always keep improving their skills. John Garfield's talent shone brightly, even in his sole television appearance where he portrayed Joe Bonaparte, a character that seemed destined for him, yet he only got to play it on Broadway shortly before his untimely death. His performance as Rims Rawson in Saturday's Children was memorable enough to be adapted for radio, with Garfield bringing the same depth to the airwaves as he did on screen. His role as Frank Chambers in The Postman Always Rings Twice showcased his ability to inject humor into tense situations, like when an unexpected incident with a tiger on set led to a light-hearted request for extra pay. Garfield's brief but significant contributions to film and radio remain noteworthy. John Garfield's journey in acting showed his deep love for the craft and a drive to bring new ideas to the stage and screen. He started with small roles and worked tirelessly, bringing life to his characters and gaining the admiration of audiences and fellow actors. His dedication led to memorable performances that still speak to viewers today. Garfield's story is a testament to the power of creativity and the importance of never giving up, no matter the odds. His work inspires us to pursue our dreams with the same heart and determination. John Garfield brought intensity to his role as Frank Chambers in The Postman Always Rings Twice, sparking noticeable tension with co-star Lana Turner. Their interaction was bold from the start, with a memorable exchange on their first day on set. Born to David and Hannah Garfinkel, Russian immigrants, John's father balanced work in a factory with his role as a cantor during sacred times. In her autobiography, The Gift Horse, Hildegard Neff, a German actress, recalls being the last person to speak with Garfield before he passed away. John Garfield showed his talent for speaking early on, winning a statewide contest held by the New York Times. His performance as Rims Rawson in Saturday's Children was notable, especially since he and Claude Rains had already played family and 4 daughters. Garfield's role as Dave Goldman in Gentleman's Agreement was part of a film that sparked debate. The movie was accused of promoting communism, which led to Garfield and others being questioned by the House Un-American Activities Committee. Sadly, the pressure from this scrutiny is believed to have contributed to his untimely death at 39. John Garfield took on the role of Dave Goldman in Gentleman's Agreement, portraying a captain in the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers with significant overseas experience. After his contract with Warner Brothers ended in 1946, Garfield chose not to renew it. Instead, he set up his own independent production company, becoming one of the first actors in Hollywood to take such a step. Aside from his acting career, Garfield also showed talent in boxing, reaching the semifinals of a Golden Gloves tournament, showcasing his athletic skills outside of the film industry. John Garfield took on the role of Dave Goldman in Gentleman's Agreement, where tensions arose on set. Gregory Peck reportedly clashed with key members of the team, including John Garfield. Despite these challenges, the film was completed and released. In another instance, Garfield was the preferred choice of author Nelson Algren to portray Frankie Machine in The Man with the Golden Arm. This film adaptation of Algren's novel was released in 1955. Garfield also stepped into the character of Rims Rawson in Saturday's Children after Jane Stewart left the role. The film saw several cast changes, with Olivia de Havilland replacing Jane Bryan, who retired, and Lee Patrick stepping in for Una Merkel due to illness. These shifts in casting highlight the dynamic nature of film production and the adaptability of actors like Garfield. John Garfield took on the role of Frank Chambers in The Postman Always Rings Twice, a film for which he was loaned out by Warner Brothers. Cecil Kellaway also joined the cast on loan from Paramount. In another performance, Garfield played Rims Rawson in Saturday's Children. His portrayal was so well received that he returned to the role for a radio adaptation by Theatre Guild on the Air in 1947. Beyond his acting, Garfield showed kindness to fellow actor Sidney Poitier during Poitier's first airplane flight, advising him to cover his face with a handkerchief and clear his mind to ease his nerves. John Garfield made a significant decision that altered the course of theater history. He passed on the opportunity to be the lead in A Streetcar Named Desire, leading to a rewrite of the character for Marlon Brando, who then rose to fame with his performance. Garfield's own legacy includes his appearance on The Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis Show in 1949, showcasing his versatility beyond the big screen. His personal life was marked by his role as a father to David and Julie Garfield, both of whom followed in his acting footsteps. John Garfield faced a heartbreaking event in 1945 when his young daughter Catherine passed away due to an allergic reaction. This loss deeply affected him, and he carried the sorrow with him always. In his professional life, he was highly regarded by those in the film industry. Producer Irene Meyer-Selznick wanted him for the lead role of Stanley Kowalski in the original Broadway production of A Streetcar Named Desire. His talent was evident in his portrayal of Joe Morse in Force of Evil, where he showed dedication to his craft by standing on an apple box in scenes with Marie Windsor to account for the height difference, ensuring the film's visual continuity. John Garfield's portrayal of Dave Goldman in Gentleman's Agreement stands out as a significant role in his acting career. The film was notable for its talented cast, including award-winning actors Gregory Peck, Celeste Holm, and Anne Revere, as well as nominees like Garfield himself. His journey in acting took a turn when he joined Eva Le Gallion's Civic Repertory, which led to his training under respected teachers Maria Alspenskaya and Richard Bolslawski. However, Garfield's career faced a major setback during the McCarthy era. His strong political views led to his blacklisting, and despite the pressure, he chose not to betray his colleagues in front of the House Un-American Activities Committee. Tragically, his life ended suddenly when he suffered a heart attack in 1952, just as his innocence was being confirmed by others. His passing was deeply felt, with many fans gathering to pay their respects at his funeral in New York. John Garfield's life after Hollywood took a turn away from the glitz and glamour. His wife, Roberta, found love again with Sidney Cohn in 1954, but sadly, she later faced the challenges of Alzheimer's disease and passed away in 2004. Garfield himself had a unique clause in his contract with Warner Brothers, allowing him to act in theater yearly, showing his dedication to the craft over the commercial allure of Hollywood. He co-founded Enterprise Productions to create movies that matched his vision, notably acting in Force of Evil. However, the company closed in 1949 due to financial struggles and political pressures. Garfield's commitment to his principles and creative freedom marked his career, even amidst the challenges he faced. John Garfield's life ended suddenly and tragically. He was a talented actor who faced many challenges. Despite his success on screen, he struggled off-screen with heart problems. His career was also hurt by false accusations during the time when America was afraid of communism. These accusations stressed him a lot. Sadly, he died from a heart attack at the young age of 39. His death was a big loss to the acting world. John Garfield's performances have left a strong impression on many movie fans. His roles brought to life stories that still speak to audiences today. If you have memories or thoughts about his movies, please share them in the comments. Your insights help keep his memory alive and guide new viewers. If you enjoy content that honors the artists who have shaped our film history like this video, share it with friends and subscribe for more discussions. Your support helps us create more videos that explore the rich history of entertainment. Thank you for watching and being part of our community.